So it's peanuts. They grow peanuts here in Hawaii. And recently I ran across some fresh homegrown ones and picked them up for the seed. Put them out here in my garden, and hey, lo and behold, they grew here on my place too. So now I got to deal with peanuts. Right down here we got one. Yeah, let's see, there's one there. Okay, so start digging here. See what we got. So right there is 2 hills of peanuts. A fairly decent yield considering they were packed in between my jamaica and some green onions over here. So a few of them have also germinated on me. I have a few new peanut plants coming up. But the yield is fairly good. They look nice. I'm going to go wash them off and dry them now. Oh, we got a whole bunch more peanuts over here, so I got lots of digging to do. But this patch is a little younger than the couple of hills I just dug up on the other end, so we'll let these go well. So the peanuts, they grow under the ground, but the flowers start on top of the ground. And so little yellow flowers come up on the top of this plant, and then they make these little things like that right there, and they stick their head under the ground and become peanuts. So it's a very strange legume. It does its blooming above ground and makes its fruit below ground. Oddball, huh? For sure. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to pick these here peanuts off the vines, get them so I can dry them, wash them off, dry them. They're full of dirt. I got just a little bit of root mealybug on them here. Doesn't seem to have caused too much trouble, but cosmetically it's not nice. It leaves a white powdery mark where the mealies were. It cleans off, so we do have root mealies around here. They don't seem to have seriously impacted the plant's ability to make peanuts. That's good news. I guess the shell's too hard for them mealies. They couldn't get in there. Wimpy little guys. Couldn't make it, huh? When you pull these up, you'll even find there'll be peanuts running all the way up to the top of the plant even. Sometimes. If the vine's laid down, you can get a higher yield out of your peanuts just by burying some of the vine as it spreads out. Take the time to get on out there, shovel a little dirt over the top and hill them. If you hill them, you're going to get more peanuts along more vine. I didn't bother. I just stuck these guys in the ground and walked away. they are a fairly labor-intensive crop, peanuts. Growing them is pretty easy. That's not hard at all. Tough part is once they're ripe, well, you gotta go dig them up. Well, that's no big deal. I mean, that's like digging a hill of potatoes or something. But as you can see, I'm going through these here, and I'm picking off all these peanuts, for instance. Then once they've all been picked off the vines, then we got to go ahead and we got to wash them peanuts. And then the peanuts got to be dried. And of course, peanuts aren't any good unless they've been roasted. So you got to figure out some way to process the peanuts too. There we go. That was what I got off of 2 plants. Not bad. There we go. Now they're nice and clean and pretty. Well, here we are on my popcorn drying rack. And we got the peanuts down there on the bottom shelf. And air dry these guys for a few days. I got them nice and clean. There's all kinds of ways to process a peanut. But probably the simplest way is to make what we call Spanish peanuts. And that's where we dry them for a while, we knock them out of the shells, and then we just get ourselves a regular old frying pan like this, toss a little bit of oil in the bottom of it, and at medium to medium high heat, we just stir fry the peanuts in the frying pan. I suggest you take about maybe 5 or 10% of them and knock the red skins off the outside, so as you're frying them in the pan you can tell what color they've reached, because with the skins on it's easy to overcook the peanuts. You gotta agitate nice. I mean, you can soak them in salt water, you can do them in the shell in the oven, you know. It's just a whole lot of different possible ways a peanut can be done. You can throw them into a coffee roaster, roast them that way. A lot of people like boiled peanut. That's a favorite down south, and it's also a favorite here in Hawaii. They eat a lot of boiled peanuts here. You see them right on the roadside, just like you do in Georgia or Alabama. My favorite way, though, actually is a roasted peanut. That's my favorite. So a quick stirring in a pan, cool them, salt them down, enjoy. Earlier in the week, I had harvested a plant and got a pretty decent yield of peanuts off that one too. And so I went ahead and I tossed them in the frying pan, a little bit of peanut oil, stirred them around, and that's what I end up with right there. And this is basically what we call a Spanish peanut. Man, oh, that's good. Wow. A little bit of Hawaiian sea salt on there. Do it Vietnamese style, toast a little garlic in with them. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is good. Man, it's worth it. It's a lot of trouble, but it's really worth it. This is delicious. It really is. You know, plus the peanut, it's an excellent source of protein. And so being able to raise protein crops in your garden, I think, is a real advantage. It's one reason I like corn. It's a protein crop. I raise soybeans. They're a protein crop. Having protein that's vegetable based is a really good thing. Macadamia nuts. You know, it's all protein crops. Aloha. Happy gardening. Enjoy the peanuts.